From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. We're continuing to track fog, but just up towards Snoqualmie Pass for this morning. So far, it hasn't developed in the valleys or in the basin or in the foothills, so that is certainly good news, and hopefully we can keep up that momentum throughout the rest of this morning. As we do have a freezing fog advisory in place for the Blue Foothills of Morrow County. This goes until 11 a.m. this morning. And then we have an air stagnation advisory in place for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys until 4 in the morning on Tuesday. We are seeing some splotches of moderate air quality on the map, but so far nothing that's unhealthy for sensitive groups. Okay, it is cold out there for this morning. We're around freezing in the foothills of the Blue Mountains, a little bit above freezing in Hermiston and in the Tri-Cities, but it is not the same case in Hanford or up towards Connell. And then we're right around freezing as well in the valley. So where we're around freezing, that's where you would want to break out the ice scraper. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. We're expecting morning valley, basin, and foothill fog through Wednesday morning at least, although so far that hasn't panned out. There's a storm system for Thursday and Friday that could bring mountain rain and some snow melt, little potential for flooding, and then we do turn warmer as we head into this weekend. I'll tell you how warm coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, an update on the missing woman that was hiking in Oregon, who police are charging after her body was found over the weekend. And Hanford patrol workers have been picketing for 5 days, but they're set to start contract negotiations again soon. We have the details. Plus, President Joe Biden pardoning his son Hunter Biden, this after he says he wasn't going to. We have the update and what the president-elect is saying in response. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal, and it is Monday, December 2nd. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and weekend. Now, we're going to start your top stories off this morning with new information. The Yakima Police Department is opening a homicide investigation after a deadly shooting on Sunday. Investigators say a 38-year-old man showed up to Yakima Multi-Care Hospital with a gunshot wound, and the man later died of his injuries. Authorities say through their investigation so far, they believe the shooting happened in the area of North 6th Street and East Yakima Avenue. If you have any information, call the number on your screen. That's 509-575-6200. And a woman is facing charges after being accused of attacking police officers at the Christmas tree lighting festival in Prosser. According to information from the Prosser Police Department, the woman was going in and out of traffic near the festival, and she was blocking cars and running after other cars. Authorities say when they tried to get her out of traffic, she began attacking by hitting and kicking officers. The woman was taken to the Bend County Jail on suspicion of assault. No one was hurt. Now to a follow-up on a story we first brought you last week on a missing hiker in Oregon. The woman's husband is facing charges after her body was found over the weekend. 71-year-old Michael Fournier is charged with second-degree murder. His wife, 61-year-old Susan Lane Fournier, was reported missing on November 22nd when she failed to show up for work. She was believed to have been hiking with her 2 dogs, and searchers found her truck, but no sign of her animals at first. But after more than 800 hours of efforts, deputies discovered her body Friday at the base of Mount Hood. Authorities have confirmed her death as a homicide, and they say they also found 2 deceased dogs they believe belonged to her. Now, the investigation is still ongoing. Looking ahead this morning, Hanford Patrol's union is expected to start negotiations again today with Hanford Mission Integration Solutions. The communications manager, Renee Brooks, says a federal mediator will be present at the negotiations so both parties can begin discussing a new contract. The original contract expired November 1st and was extended 3 times. The patrol workers were locked out on November 27th and have been picketing since then. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, President Joe Biden has pardoned his son Hunter, and this after he says he wasn't planning to. And we have the details, plus what President-elect Donald Trump is saying in response. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your First Alert weather forecast. Keep it here. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
You get in a car wreck and call the insurance company and get nowhere. Stop wasting your time. Just make one more call to 853-2222. They can't ignore my demand to pay you all the money you deserve.
Call 853-2222.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Good Shepherd provides the most up-to-date orthopedic care available. Our team of experienced board-certified surgeons, physiatrists, and podiatrists are capable of fulfilling your orthopedic needs. Services include precise joint replacements, sports medicine, all orthoscopic shoulder and knee repairs, fracture care, hand surgery, and foot and ankle care. We are here to help you with your pain and maximize your body's performance and function. Good Shepherd Orthopedics in Hermiston. Patients first, always.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
This Christmas, give the kids a gift of fun at the 2025 Benton Franklin Fair, August 19th through the 23rd. For just $30, get a full day of carnival rides, a youth admission ticket for kids ages 6 to 12, and a cuddly stuffed animal. That's a $15 savings. Available now through Christmas Eve at Kennewick Ranch and Home or the Fair box office in Pasco. Supplies are limited, so don't wait. Happy holidays from everyone at the Benton Franklin Fair.
You get in a car wreck and call the insurance company and get nowhere. Stop wasting your time. Just make one more call to 853-2222. They can't ignore my demand to pay you all the money you deserve.
Call 853-2222.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. All right, we're just going to show you one past condition for this morning because it's really the only one of note, and that would be Oregon 204 at Tollgate. As there is packed snow, you do have to carry chains, but again, that's about it. We really lucked out with the travel conditions around Thanksgiving. Hopefully we can keep that up. Okay, right now temperatures are around, if not below freezing in Kittitas County, so you would have to break out the ice scraper here. Also, remember, and I'll go back here for a second, but remember at Snoqualmie Pass, we are tracking some fog this morning. So that would be freezing fog as we're 5 degrees below freezing for this morning. Then in the Yakima Valley, also we're right around freezing, a little bit above in Sunnyside, not by much though, right at freezing in Yakima. And then in the lower Columbia Basin, right at 32 in Benton City, a little bit colder than that in Prosser, but in the Tri-Cities, technically we're 5 degrees above freezing for this morning. Then right around that 32-degree threshold in the foothills of the Blue Mountains. So in those areas, again, you would have to break out the ice scraper. All right, here's your day planner for today. By 8 this morning, we're expecting fog, although thus far it hasn't panned out, so fingers crossed that keeps up. But if it does, that would be freezing fog. Temperatures still in the 20s and 30s across the map. By lunchtime, this is around the time the fog should start to break apart. And if we did have some fog lingering late into the afternoon, that would be in the foothills of the Blues. But my goodness, look at these temperatures by 4 p.m. Might as well be 8 in the morning, as highs today are going to be stuck in the 30s. We'll be about 5 to 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. But we do have some warmer weather on the way for this weekend, and I'll tell you just how warm coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In political news this morning, President Joe Biden has given his son Hunter a, quote, full and unconditional pardon. Hunter Biden was facing up to 42 years in prison for gun and tax crimes. Now he's likely to remain free. Amy Kiley has more details.
Joe Biden's pardon here of his son, in all likelihood, to a virtual certainty, did spare Hunter Biden from having to go to prison.
Hunter Biden is vowing to help others struggling with addiction after receiving a full pardon from his father. President Joe Biden says he changed his mind about clemency for his son because he thinks politics has caused a miscarriage of justice.
We'll never know definitively whether Hunter Biden was given lenient treatment or harsher treatment because of his name, but I can tell you based on my experience, he was certainly given different treatment than an ordinary person.
Hunter Biden is convicted of possessing a firearm while addicted to or using illegal drugs and has pleaded guilty to tax crimes related to money he has since repaid. In total, the charges against him carry a maximum sentence of 42 years in prison.
I think what happened in this case is the pendulum sort of swung from one extreme to the other, and you ended up with an outcome that the president felt necessary to issue a pardon on.
Republicans are blasting the pardon. It's unlikely to go over well with Democrats either. But analysts say the president's overriding motivation wasn't political.
What you're talking about here is, Biden taking a step that is going to be very controversial, even with his own party, to protect his son.
As a father, it was probably pretty difficult not to proceed.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
The pardon covers all potential crimes from roughly the past decade. That includes Hunter Biden's controversial tenure on the board of a Ukrainian gas company. And President-elect Donald Trump posted about President Biden's decision to pardon Hunter. He posted on Truth Social, quote, "Does the pardon given by Joe to Hunter include the J6 hostages who have now been imprisoned for years?" He goes on to say, quote, "Such an abuse and miscarriage of justice." Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the holidays are wonderful, but they can also be stressful. And if you're worried about getting Christmas cards to your loved ones sent, we have how to make your life easier, and that's all coming up in your Consumer Reports after the break.
The fridge is broken. How are we going to replace it before the holidays?
Swing into Fred's Appliance today for our Black Friday super sale and experience unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region.
Welcome to the future of refrigeration with the LG Craft Ice Refrigerator. For $17.99 after a $100 mail-in rebate, elevate your kitchen in style. The LG Craft Ice Refrigerator combines elegance and functionality for today's lifestyle.
At Fred's, we sell appliances, only appliances.
This holiday season, experience the magic at Winterfest in Peanuts Park, Pasco. With music, kids' activities, vendors, and our holiday tree lighting, it's better than ever. Join us Saturday, December 14th from 3 to 6 p.m. Santa will be there too. Don't miss the Candy Cane Scavenger Hunt, December 9th through the 12th, and the free Christmas movies at Fairchild Cinemas in Pasco. December 11th and 14th, Winterfest, brought to you by these amazing sponsors. Make it a holiday to remember at Winterfest. We'll see you there.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Dishwasher on the fritz? Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
Christmas Eve will find me where the love like me. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams.
Apple Valley News Now viewer Kathy Kilgore.
Apple Valley News Now is important to this community. I know when I turn it on, if there's something that I've heard about in the community, I'm going to hear it from you guys. And that's important. I eat breakfast with you, I eat dinner with you guys. That time's valuable in that it keeps me connected to my community.
Thank you, Kathy. If you watch Apple Valley News Now, please let us know. Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Again, we're continuing to track the fog or lack thereof in the region. It's only up towards Snoqualmie Pass. Elsewhere, visibility is looking pretty good, but up towards Snoqualmie Pass, that would be freezing fog as the temperatures up that way are below 32 degrees. We're right at 32 degrees in the Kittitas Valley, right around that threshold in the Yakima Valley. So this is where you would have to break out the ice scraper. A little bit too warm for that in the lower Columbia Basin, at least in the Tri-Cities and Hermiston, but we're closer to freezing up towards the Hanford site and for Connell, right around freezing in the foothills of the Blue Mountains. A little bit later today, these high temperatures are not going to come up that much at all. We'll be stuck in the 30s. We'll be about 5 to 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. Now, where the fog does form, if it does form in the valleys, basin, and foothills, it would likely last until the late morning, most of it breaking up around lunchtime. But in the foothills of the Blue Mountains, there would be the tendency for maybe some isolated pockets of fog to last very deep into the day. Okay, and then for tonight, overnight lows falling down into the 20s and 30s. We're going to be very cold once again. All of us are going to have to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. And we're expecting the fog to roll back into the foothills, to the basin, and into the valleys. And once again, that would be freezing fog. So we'll continue to keep it about 5 to 10 degrees below average through Wednesday. A little bit of a pattern flip for Thursday. And then look at this. We'll be about 5 to 10 degrees above average by Saturday. 52 degrees isn't warm, but we will take it as opposed to 35 degrees. And as we trend warmer, also we'll trend wetter. We're tracking a couple different storm systems, one for Thursday and Friday, the next one for Saturday and Sunday. So first we'll hone in on Thursday and Friday. This one is looking like it's going to be a wet system for the Cascades, maybe an inch of water, not much doing for the valleys, basin, foothills, or blues. And this would mostly be rainfall, not snowfall. Snow levels are going to be between 5,000 to 8,000 feet. So rain falling on top of existing snowpack could mean some excess runoff, maybe a little bit of localized flooding up in the Cascades. So certainly something we'll track throughout the week. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Foggy mornings through Wednesday, slightly warmer and wetter from Thursday through Saturday. Then in Yakima, stagnant air and reduced air quality possible over the next few days. The problem should fix itself by Thursday. Then in Ellensburg, the same cycle as Yakima. Stagnant air and dry through Wednesday, but 20 to 50% shower chances Thursday through Saturday. In Hermiston, AM fog likely through Wednesday morning, but rain chances should break that up starting Thursday. And then in Walla Walla, socked in with fog today, at least potentially, but slightly less for Tuesday and Wednesday. Then shower chances should put that to an end later this week.
Thank you, Josh. All right, it's dubbed the most wonderful time of the year, although the holiday season is often stressful. However, sending holiday cards doesn't have to be. Today's Consumer Reports looks at 10 popular online holiday card services that can help you create and send custom cards to your family and friends. Take a look.
Bridget Adams loves receiving those personalized holiday cards filled with cute family photos, but making and sending them was just so time-consuming.
It would take me about 4 or 5 hours to do my own.
Switching to an online card service helped Bridget save time by streamlining the process.
You select a template, add photos and a message, pick the quantity you want, and pay.
But with so many companies, how do you know which one is right for you? Consumer Reports ordered cards from 10 brands and evaluated features like photo and paper quality, ease of ordering, customization options, and pricing. The pick for best high-end cards, Shutterfly's Tiny Prints.
They're pricey, but their paper and photo quality were unmatched. The company will even address and mail your cards out for an additional fee.
The best mid-priced pick, Nation's Photo Lab, offers fewer options for customizing cards, but delivers beautiful photo quality. Another option that won't break the bank, Artifact Uprising, which has good photo and paper quality for the price and can address your envelopes for an additional charge. If you're looking for a quick and easy card on 100% recycled paper, Postable offers a diverse list of holiday categories and will address and mail your cards for no extra charge beyond postage, but its photo quality fell to the middle of the pack. If you tend to wait until the last minute to order your cards, Staples offers reasonable pricing with some that can be picked up the same day. However, CR's experts say the photo quality isn't as good as most other cards. Bottom line, no matter which service you choose, taking some of the stress out of your holidays is the gift that keeps on giving.
Knowing that my cards are in the mail and out of the house is just such it's such a relief.
This is Marcy Whalen.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a member of the band My Chemical Romance has passed away. We have the details on which member and more of your entertainment headlines coming up in just a few minutes.
Celebrate the season at Walla Walla's Holiday Barrel Weekend, December 6th through the 8th. Enjoy wine straight from the barrel, festive markets, charming shops, and the dazzling parade of lights. It's the perfect holiday weekend for the whole family. Visit Walla Walla December 6th through the 8th and taste the season.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Thank you so much for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
Put some good in your morning with the #1 most watched morning TV station in town.
Now that's good.
Apple Valley News Now.
We're on your side.
At State Fair Park, the lights will glow. A dazzling, twinkling holiday show. The 5th Annual Light Festa Drive-Through Delight. Presented by Giza Credit Union, so merry and bright. From December 12th to the 22nd, a magical journey is to be expected. So get your tickets and join the fun. At State Fair Park for everyone. Not even a Grinch could say bah humbug to this. So visit statefairpark.org for your holiday bliss.
Some know it as prime rib. Officially, it's called a ribeye roast. We call ours divine. Tender, mouth-watering Hereford beef, aged to perfection for 5 weeks and never frozen. Oven ready and easy. Divine beef ribeye roast, tied and seasoned at your request. Reserve yours now, exclusively at Yolk's Fresh Markets.
If you're injured on the job, you need an experienced workers' comp attorney.
Workers' compensation is complex. It has its own laws, doctors, courts, and judges.
For years as an assistant attorney general, I represented labor and industries. Now, I fight for injured workers.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411, Bothwell and Hamill.
Celebrate the season at Walla Walla's Holiday Barrel Weekend, December 6th through the 8th. Enjoy wine straight from the barrel, festive markets, charming shops, and the dazzling parade of lights. It's the perfect holiday weekend for the whole family. Visit Walla Walla December 6th through the 8th and taste the season.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In today's entertainment news, we're looking at the box office numbers from Thanksgiving weekend.
Also, a famous actress is tying the knot with the Buffalo Bills quarterback. Here's everything you need to know about what's happening in Hollywood.
You wanted to come this time.
Disney's Moana 2 was not only #1, it shattered Thanksgiving holiday movie box office records, taking in $221 million over 5 days, $386 million globally. Disney's the parent company of ABC News.
Come with me. What? To meet the wizard. Why couldn't tell me? This is your moment. I'm coming.
Universal's Wicked came in second with $117.5 million over the extended holiday period.
There are victories yet still to come.
Paramount's Gladiator 2 was third with $44 million. Bob Breyer, a former drummer with My Chemical Romance who played on the band's career-defining rock opera The Black Parade, has died, according to the band. He was 44. A statement from the band had no details. Breyer left the band in 2010. Josh Allen's latest kneel-down had nothing to do with football. The Buffalo Bills star quarterback announcing his engagement to Oscar-nominated actress Haley Steinfeld with a photo on Instagram. Allen on one knee with candles and flowers on a grassy ridge overlooking water.
Yeah, you just want attention.
Celebrity birthday. Singer-songwriter Charlie Puth is 33 today. Chuck Severson, ABC News.
It's so sad to hear about My Chemical Romance. I had a big emo phase when I was younger in middle school, so it was a big band that I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
Did you ever listen to that? Emo phase, no?
I didn't have an emo phase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just had an awkward phase.
I don't think it was a phase, though. Like, I still feel like...
You're a little emo?
Yeah, on the inside.
Yeah, right, cool.
Oh, goodness. And I saw Wicked for a second time. I'm just absolutely obsessed. I think I need to see it for a third time, and I need to take you with me
Yes.
Get you obsessed.
I will take you up on that.
Yes. Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, it's officially December, and we've got the lowdown on what holiday activities you can take your family to. This is everything from pictures with Santa to gift shopping, and those details are in the next half hour.
At Numerica, you'll find money answers for loud sneezers. Gesundheit. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Unwrap smoother skin this season with Curve Appeal. Imagine flawless, touchable skin with pain-free laser hair removal using our new Splendor X machine. Right now, sessions starting as low as $60. Only 6 sessions needed. Don't wait. It's the perfect treat for yourself or someone special. And for the holidays, give the gift of confidence and beauty with our Curve Appeal gift certificates. Book now and let us bring out your holiday glow with Splendor X. CurveAppealTC.com.
Next live, Bridget Everett, and beat the holiday rush as we kick off Gift Bargains Week.
Smell some of these scents. Which one is for stress?
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus in Kennewick now accepting new patients for primary care. We offer patient-specific solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health concerns. You'll receive quality one-on-one time with our medical professionals and experienced support team. Begin your new health plan with today's best technologies and facilities for the whole family. Play hard, live well at the PC. Call us at 509-783-5465 today.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
James Van Der Beek's first extra interview since going public with his cancer diagnosis, his health today, and how James is bearing all to raise awareness. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
At Consumer Reports,
we're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Are you a daredevil who drives on empty to see if you can make it? At Numerica, you'll find money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Mr. Josh, you have great news for us because it's freezing out there, but it's expected to get a little warmer, isn't it?
Yes. In fact, it's going to get much warmer. Now, we're still not technically going to be warm by this weekend.
But like 50 degrees?
Yes, around 50 degrees. Ooh, so that's going to be about like a 15 to 20 degree flip from what we're dealing with right now. So that's... I mean, I'm all smiles because of it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the temperature graphic right now. We're around freezing in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. You would probably have to break out the ice scraper there. We're around freezing in the Blue Foothills. It's the same thing. But in the lower Columbia Basin, just a bit too warm for that in the Tri-Cities and in Hermiston. We're closer to 32 for the Hanford site and for Connell. And we continue to track the fog for this morning, but it's up at Snoqualmie Pass and that's it. So, you know, sometimes in between the 6 to 7 o'clock or even between the 7 to 8 o'clock hour, that's when we can start to see the fog developing. But it has not panned out that way thus far this morning. And I don't like the fog, so I'm happy about that. If I have to get a forecast wrong, then I will get this one wrong. All right, air quality is moderate right now. Some some patches of moderate air quality on the map, and this is important because we do have an air stagnation advisory in place for the Kittitas Valley and the Yakima Valley until 4 in the morning on Tuesday. So our weather pattern's been so stagnant over the past week, and the lack of moving air can lead to reduced air quality. If you have a pre-existing respiratory illness, consult your physician's advice and don't burn outdoor. That is highly recommended against in the Kittitas and Yakima Valley. So in general for today, it's going to be cold, maybe some fog for this morning. Later in the day, partly to mostly cloudy skies. I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. We start this half hour off in Fire Watch. Richland Fire and Emergency Services is investigating after a fire broke out at an apartment over the weekend. This happened on the 1200 block of Covina Court just after 11 p.m. When firefighters got to the scene, there was heavy smoke coming from the roof of the building. Firefighters went to work trying to find the source, and it took nearly 4 hours before crews were able to wrap it all up. At this time, it's not known what caused the fire, but we are working to get more information and will update you once we know more. In political news this morning, President-elect Donald Trump says he plans to nominate Kash Patel as the next FBI director. Patel is a fierce Trump loyalist, and the president-elect released a statement saying, quote, Patel is a brilliant lawyer, investigator, and America First fighter who has spent his career exposing corruption, defending justice, and protecting the American people. Now, the current director of the FBI is Christopher Wray, who was appointed by Trump in 2017 after he fired then FBI Director James Comey. Wray's 10-year term expires in 3 years, so Trump will either have to fire Wray or have him resign to create an opening. And Trump also says he plans to nominate Chad Chronister to serve as the head of the Drug Enforcement Agency, and Chronister is currently the sheriff in Hillsborough County, Florida. As DEA administrator, Chronister will work with Attorney General Pam Bondi to secure the border and also help stop the flow of fentanyl and other illegal drugs. Talking about community event news now, it was a winter wonderland at the Hapo Center, and this was over the weekend, and our very own Monique Ledesma is taking us through the hustle and bustle of the festivities.
It's wonderful. I mean, we really try to start a conversation with everybody that walks up to our booth. Earlier this morning, I met a gentleman that might be able to help us have some custom belt buckles made. Not just the engraving on the top, but the actual buckle. You know, so just connecting with our community.
Just being a new business, we wanted to get some exposure, and I think we're getting a lot of that here.
Talking to people, you know, one of the things for being out here is we really wanted to talk with, you know, potential customers and find out, you know, what they're interested in, what they'd like to see, maybe come up with some good ideas.
Santa's going to have to make a little confession. I used to use a network of elves to spy on everybody, but now I just use social media. I look up your social media, I know everything about you. And I hate to say it, but I'm the first person who invented social media tracking. That's why they're called cookies. That's what I named them. You have a Merry Christmas. Or else.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nothing like Santa Claus in 2024 checking your social media to see if you're naughty or nice this year. Well, the next event at the Hapo Center is set for this upcoming weekend. It's the Fuzzy Felt event, and it's the Tri-Cities' largest collection of vintage clothing as well as rare oddities. If that sounds like something you're interested in, it takes place this Saturday, December 7th. Now we have more events to tell you about. The North Pole has taken over the Benton Franklin Fairgrounds. Angel Brook Farm is holding its 7th annual Christmas Tree Jubilee. This is where your kids and grandkids can get pictures with Santa. You can also find a real Christmas tree, enjoy tasty food and hot drinks, and just overall enjoy the Christmas holiday. Angel Brook Farm owner Kyle Buse says he began this event 5 years ago in Pasco, and it just kept growing.
You know, the tree and the things, it continues to be a lot of fun making happy families. And then we just keep adding. We got a beautiful gift shop. And then our petting zoo is bigger and better this year. Anyway, just more and more every year.
Buse says the Christmas Jubilee is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and there is no cost to enter. He also says seeing everybody smile and enjoy it makes it all worth it. Now, if you're a fan of snow sports, White Pass Ski Resort has officially opened for skiing and snowboarding. The lifts are now operating 7 days a week. Lift tickets and rental equipment are available along with lessons and packages. Officials say they're planning to open the steeps, but on a conditions permitting basis. This because it's still early in the season and the snowpack could use some consolidation. And White Pass had one of its earliest openings ever for season pass holders earlier this month. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a local volunteer is being recognized for her hard work in caring for huskies and other large snow dogs that are often left neglected and abandoned. Coming up, we hear the remarkable story of our latest winner of Volunteers Count. Keep it right here.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
Election night 2024 may be over.
Donald Trump will be the 47th president of the United States.
As the transition of power moves forward, stay with ABC News and Apple Valley News Now for the coverage you trust. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Friday, December 6th is the annual Americans Teddy Bear Toss game. Bring a stuffed toy, throw it on the ice when the Americans score their first goal. Don't miss this festive night of hockey at the Toyota Center.
Are you ready to shop? Because you know we got the deals during the 4-day Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Check out Doorbusters while they last and save up to $800. Plus, make your cash go further with 60 months no interest financing. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But hurry, the 4-day Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Come discover our hand-picked collections at D-Lynn's Boutique. Whether you're shopping for a cozy weekend getaway or a special night out, D-Lynn's Boutique has everything you need to shine this winter. Visit us in-store or online and let us help you wrap the season in style.
I'm attorney Brian Smith.
And I'm attorney Megan Hale.
For 30 years, Tamaki Law has been your choice as the firm that fights for the justice you deserve.
Thank you for voting Tamaki Law as Yakima Herald's first choice for personal injury and civil law firm.
And Megan Hale as best attorney.
And the Business Times as the best overall attorneys.
We are honored to serve this community.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Next live, Bridget Everett and beat the holiday rush as we kick off Gift Bargains Week.
Smell some of these scents. Which one is for stress?
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Kathy Kilgore, an Apple Valley News Now viewer in Kennewick.
Weather. Stacy and I go back a long time.
Here comes that system.
She's very concise.
It'll start to arrive late Friday night.
You know that she's researched what she's saying.
Snow levels are dropping down to 500 feet.
Telling us exactly what's going on, what to expect.
Very stormy night, as you can see.
We always like hearing from viewers, so if you watch Apple Valley News Now, please let us know. Apple Valley News Now, on your side. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's take you on a tour of today's forecast, starting off in Kittitas County, where it is going to be cold today, folks. We're going to have highs that are going to be in the 30s, and that inversion layer is going to be somewhere between Ellensburg and Snoqualmie Pass. So in other words, later in the day, we're expecting plenty of sunshine up at the pass, and below that little inversion layer, we're expecting some more clouds, partly to mostly cloudy skies, maybe even some fog lasting into the late morning. Then in the Yakima Valley, we are expecting, if the fog does develop a little bit later this morning, it would stick around until around lunchtime. After that, partly to mostly cloudy skies. These highs are going to have a hard time making it above freezing. 33 for Grandview, 32 for Toppenish, 38 degrees in Yakima. And then in the lower Columbia Basin, also some of us are going to have a hard time making it above freezing. 33 for the Hanford side, 33 for Prosser, a little bit warmer than that for the Tri-Cities, 37 degrees. And then in the foothills of the Blue Mountains, low to mid 30s, 32 for Milton Freewater, 36 in Pendleton. And then where we see more sunshine up in the Blue Mountains, that's where it's going to end up being a little bit warmer with highs in the mid 40s in Ukiah and Meacham. All right, now let's talk about the rainfall surpluses and deficits that we have for the season. We're running surpluses in the Kittitas Valley, big surpluses in the Yakima Valley and in the lower Columbia Basin. Unfortunately, a subtle 5 to 10% deficit in the Blue Foothills, but there's good news in that there's rainfall on the way. I'll tell you how much we could maybe get coming up in a few minutes.
All right, check this out. So every month we honor a dedicated volunteer, someone whose hard work has been noticed and nominated by another person in the community. And the winner then gets to be surprised by our team, and we present them with a $1,000 check with STCU that goes towards their organization. So let's meet our latest winner, Chrissy Rader. About 5 years ago, Chrissy Rader saw Siberian Huskies getting abandoned left and right all throughout the area. Large dogs that people didn't want anymore, but dogs that needed care and attention just like any other living thing.
They were just being dumped left and right, overbred, not just in the community, actually, it's everywhere. I mean, Texas, California, the whole nation.
This need in the community compelled Rader to do something about it.
We were kind of put in a predicament where we needed to move. And so we chose West Richland out in the county so we could have as many dogs as we wanted.
That's how Hope for Huskies was born, a nonprofit dedicated to rescuing Siberian Huskies and other snow dog breeds. Hope for Huskies is comprised of a small group of passionate volunteers dedicated to taking in these dogs who need a second chance. The team helps the animals with anything they need. This includes fostering them, transporting them, taking care of their medical needs, spaying or neutering them, and finding their forever home.
That's my goal. That's like my thing. Not quantity, I want quality. I want to give them every ounce of care needed. I will do the best for them. It's no holds bar. I will spend money on them. The best foods, the best everything for them, I will do it.
The team also helps with training the dogs, which is what Rader did with this cutie who goes by Capri. One of her goals is to find more fosters for adult dogs, as it's harder to find because most people don't want to take on the baggage that comes with these older dogs.
So you just got $1,000. What are you going to do with it?
Well, I can tell you right now, I have a mama husky, Mama Natchez, that was dumped in the woods up in the Natchez Mountains with her puppies. She needs a lot of dental work. What we found out is they shaved down her teeth. And so we had to already pull one canine, we're getting the other one pulled, and most of her bottom teeth are gonna have to get pulled. So that's gonna be a big expense. There's a lot of passion, a lot of tears, but there's also a lot of happiness too when you see them get homed.
Again, congrats to Chrissy. And I just want to mention that after meeting Chrissy and her sister, I know she's somebody that's very deserving of this. And if you would like to nominate a volunteer in the community that you think goes above and beyond, just visit our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. And up next on Good Morning Northwest, there's a Black Friday and then there's Cyber Monday. We have details on which stores have the biggest deals going on and more of your top stories. That's all coming up in your morning sprint. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your full weather forecast.
a look at. What do you think?
So here,
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower remodel.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Here at the clinic, we stay up to date on the latest research and we offer cutting-edge therapies. We treat a number of different conditions, specifically Parkinson's disease, stroke recovery, traumatic brain injury, fibromyalgia, diabetes. We also treat folks dealing with cognitive decline due to aging.
We all have dreams and ideas about how life is going to be, and then life happens, and it's not necessarily what we pictured. So how do we deal with that? I've lived with multiple sclerosis for years. It's realizing that it's all one system. How do you reset your goals so that you can live a happy, healthy life even with chronic illness? And I can attest, yes, you can. My life is incredibly happy.
We first start by improving oxygen utilization in the cells because healthy cells are well oxygenated. We then work towards improving areas of the brain that are inefficient, and for this we use a number of different modalities. We offer oxygen contrast therapy, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, transcranial photobiomodulation, and our latest addition, brain high-intensity interval training.
We also build a schedule for the patient that makes it easy to adapt their game plan to their lives and the therapies they do inside the clinic. To get started, call 509-783-5465 and schedule an appointment with a client advocate today.
there is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show. Be the first to see our all-new grand floating Christmas tree with holiday getaways starting at only $246.
Thank you for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
Thank you so much.
What's new, what's now, and what's next? Plus first alert weather every 10 minutes. Wake up with Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather.
From Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We continue to track the fog that's just up towards Snoqualmie Pass. So if you're traveling over the pass on Interstate 90, definitely something to take heed of. But for lower elevations, the fog just hasn't panned out for this morning. Certainly some good news as well. If fog did develop, it would be freezing fog. Now that would be a good time to pivot to temperatures as well, we're around freezing for a lot of the viewing area. Around freezing in the Blue Foothills. We're just a little bit above freezing for the Tri-Cities and Hermiston, but right around it for the Hanford site and Connell, right around that threshold in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. So in those relevant areas, you would want to break out the ice scraper for this morning. A little bit later today, these high temperatures aren't going to be that different from the temperatures that we have for this morning. We're expecting 30s across the map. Will be about 5 to 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. And if the fog does develop a little bit later this morning, it would mostly break apart around lunchtime, although there could be some isolated pockets of it lasting deeper into the day in the Blue Foothills. But other than that, we should have partly to mostly cloudy skies, more sunshine up in the mountains. And then for tonight, these overnight lows dropping down into the 20s and 30s. We should see, at least the forecast models are suggesting that more fog could roll into the Blue Foothills, the lower Columbia Basin, and into the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. And that would be freezing fog as, again, all these overnight lows are going to be below freezing. Okay, we'll continue to keep it about 5 to 10 degrees below average for this time of the year through Wednesday. A clear pattern flip starting on Thursday. Look at this. Saturday and Sunday will actually be about 5 to 10 degrees above average for a change. And that is a very welcome change, at least in my opinion. And not only do we get warmer, we also trend a little bit wetter. We're tracking a storm system for Thursday and Friday, another one for Saturday and Sunday. This one for Thursday and Friday is looking interesting because we're not going to get that much in terms of rainfall for the valleys based in Blue Foothills or Blue Mountains, but up in the Cascades we could get an inch of water, and this would mostly be rainfall as snow levels are going to be up around 5,000 to 8,000 feet. So rain falling on top of existing snowpack could lead to some localized flooding. That's definitely a threat we're going to be tracking pretty closely. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Foggy mornings through Wednesday, slightly warmer and wetter from Thursday through Saturday. Then in Yakima, stagnant air and reduced air quality possible over the next few days. The problem should fix itself by Thursday. In Ellensburg, it's going to be the exact same cycle as Yakima. Stagnant air and dry through Wednesday, but 20 to 50% shower chances Thursday through Saturday. And for Hermiston, AM fog likely through Wednesday morning, but rain chances should break that up starting on Thursday. Then for Walla Walla, socked in with fog today, potentially slightly less for Tuesday and Wednesday, then shower chances should put that to an end a little bit later this week. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the new reality of online returns.
My biggest issue with Aritzia is their darn return policy.
An estimated 40% of retailers now charge return shipping fees.
Amazon e-return policy is bananas.
Amazon charging a $1 shipping fee if you return at a UPS store, when other options like Whole Foods, Amazon Fresh, or Kohl's are closer to your delivery address.
Post-pandemic, we're seeing a lot of customers have products sent to their homes, and if they don't like it, return it to not much cost to the customer. But now retailers are realizing that they are eating the cost, and now they want the customers to pay for that cost.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on how to avoid these potential online return fees. Plus, it's Cyber Monday, and Good Morning America is tracking the best deals as they go live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. So this is better. That too. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It works with your asthma medicine to help improve lung function. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems and doesn't replace a rescue inhaler. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of signs of inflamed blood vessels, like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop steroid, asthma, or other treatments without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma, and now approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:52. It's time for your 6 o'clock morning sprint. We're going to start off with your national headlines. President Joe Biden is pardoning his son Hunter on tax and gun charges, even though he previously said he wasn't going to. Hunter Biden faced sentencing later this month related to 2 separate criminal cases, and those sentencings could have landed him in prison for decades. The president says he decided to issue the pardon because he believes his son was, quote, selectively and unfairly prosecuted. In your business news, millions of people are taking part in one of the biggest shopping days of the year today, which is Cyber Monday. Some retailers like Amazon, Nordstrom, and Apple are offering massive price cuts on a wide range of items, and this is oftentimes with free shipping. More than 183 million people are expected to shop both in stores and online from Thanksgiving Day through today. In your health news, President Biden marked World AIDS Day at the White House. He gave a speech with the AIDS Memorial quilt displayed behind him across the South Lawn. The quilt honors the 105,000 lives lost to AIDS, and it's the first time it's been displayed at the White House. President Biden says his administration is still actively working on issues related to HIV and AIDS. Doctors most often use body mass index, or BMI, to calculate body fat based on height and weight. But now there's a new measurement that accounts for these factors called body roundness index, or BRI. New research found that this may be a more accurate way to predict obesity-associated health risks. BRI factors in height, weight, but also the circumference of your waist. Now we go to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. The Yakima Police Department is opening a homicide investigation after a deadly shooting Sunday. Investigators say a 38-year-old man showed up to a Yakima hospital with a gunshot wound, and he later died of his injuries. Authorities believe the shooting happened in the area of North 6th Street and East Yakima Avenue. If you know anything about this, call the number on your screen. Hanford Patrol's union is expected to start negotiations again with HMIS today. The communications manager says a federal mediator will be there so that both parties can begin discussing a new contract. The original contract expired November 1st, and it was extended 3 times. The patrol workers were locked out on November 27th and have been picketing since then. A woman is facing charges after being accused of attacking police officers at the Christmas tree lighting in Prosser. Prosser police says the woman was going in and out of traffic near the festival, blocking and running after cars. When they tried to get her out of traffic, she began attacking by hitting and kicking officers. She was then taken to the Bend County Jail. Officers say no one was hurt. White Pass Ski Resort has officially opened for snow sports. The lifts are operating 7 days a week, and lift tickets, rental equipment, as well as lessons and packages are available, but the steeps will open on a conditions permitting basis. And Angel Brook Farm is open for its 7th annual Christmas Tree Jubilee at the Ben Franklin Fairgrounds. You can get in the Christmas spirit by picking out your real Christmas tree and getting pictures of your kids with Santa. There will also be food and hot drinks, and the owner says it's open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and there is no cost to enter. All right, trending now, an author who is also an entrepreneur is offering a treasure hunt in his new book.
John Collins Black is the author of the book called There's Treasure Inside. Ooh. In it, there are hints to help readers find more than $2 million worth of treasure that he's hidden in chests across the U.S.
He says a similar hunt in 2010 was his inspiration, but his has multiple treasure troves and spots to get more people involved.
The treasures include everything from gold to rare Pokemon cards, sports memorabilia, and even a brooch once owned by Jackie O.
So we need to get this book and start searching, right?
Yes,
that'd be fun. It sounds so fun. I've never heard anything like this.
Yes. Yeah, it's like Pokemon Go, except instead of finding Pokemon, you find treasure.
Exactly.
Yes.
Some buried treasure.
A little bit of geocaching. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at temperatures for this morning. Most of us around freezing. You would have to break out the ice scraper in areas below 32 degrees. All of us need a heavy jacket for this morning. The fog has not panned out. We're just seeing it up towards Snoqualmie Pass, and that's about it. But just for good measure, we do have that freezing fog advisory in place for the blue foothills of Morrow County until 11 this morning. The air stagnation advisory in place for the valleys until 4 in the morning on Tuesday. But all in all, today is going to be cold. Later in the day, partly to mostly cloudy skies. And it does look like we'll finally warm things up and turn more active again by the end of this week.
Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next. We'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 4:30 and after Monday Night Football. Have a great day.